Aquarius, I woke up this morning with your messages. Spirit was very clear with me that today's the day that I must read for you. And it's interesting some of the things that have come through for you because I feel like they're sort of connected in a way to Gemini's reading. You don't need to see that reading to get this one, but maybe some of you have Gemini in your chart, or there's something about air energy in general where there's a current thread or narrative running through the air signs. I'm not sure, and I've done all the air signs back to back, so yeah, I don't know. There's something to pay attention to when it comes to your fellow air signs. They might have information for you. You might meet a fellow air sign who's significant, or maybe you're already in talks, I'm hearing, with one, or in conversation with an air sign. So the messages that I got for you when I woke up, and it was like as soon as I opened my eyes, I had to open my note app on my phone to write down the things that came through before I forgot them. So I came in here and I wrote them down on paper afterwards. And what I got is that there is something that is final. Something is being finalized. There's a finale happening. And then I saw you putting a book on a shelf. And perhaps this is like something is closed now and you can put it back up on the shelf, or maybe you're adding a new book to your shelf. I'm not sure quite yet. We're going to do the cards and see how all of this ties in. I'm an intuitive reader, by the way, so this is how I choose to work with the energy. If it's not your style, that's cool. There's plenty of other channels out there that might be suited to you better, and that's all good. Okay, and then I saw you sitting in a garden with a bunch of clocks, and the clocks were ticking, but some of them were broken and some of them weren't. It was a really cool scene, a garden of clocks. And then I heard Penguin, Peanut, and Persephone. Penguin, Peanut, Persephone. Something about the letter P, perhaps. And then I also heard a hawk. And this somewhat relates to Gemini's reading, because in Gemini's reading, there was an eagle that they had to be aware of. There was somebody who was, masquerading as something they were not. And the hawk came up for you. And then I, as we do, I kind of started scrolling through YouTube after I woke up. And the first thing I saw was the eagle is a fake. And that's exactly what I was talking about with Gemini yesterday. It was a little reel. And in the reel, they were explaining how in Hollywood, they often use the hawk's sound to stand in for the eagle's sound. Because when an eagle makes a sound, it doesn't sound as brave and fierce as it looks, but a hawk does. So often in the movies, when you hear an eagle, it's actually a hawk's voice. And I saw this after I got the message about a hawk for you. So there could be a Gemini maybe trying to steal your voice. It doesn't have to be that. But there is something about your voice or your word or what you have to say that is very bold, desirable. And it's almost like somebody may not be giving you enough attribution, okay? Or they don't know where something's actually coming from. It's some wisdom, some knowledge, some truth, clarity. There's something very specific about your voice. Then I saw a wishbone. I don't know. We'll see how it comes out. And the number's 147. Then this was all this morning, and then I came here and I sat down and I got that there's a new animal in your life. Maybe this is a spirit guide. Maybe you're having like a new animal buddy come into your life, but it seems to be significant for you. Then I got this message about something being counterintuitive. And I was sitting with that idea, counterintuitive, like what does that even mean? What is counterintuitive? So I started to read about it. And an analogy came up that I think is particularly poignant for you in this reading. And one example of something being counterintuitive is a sailboat. When you steer a sailboat, it's counterintuitive. You push the tiller the opposite way you want to go. And then I heard, look beyond the surface, and this card comes out, deep diver. So there's a lot of synchronicities already happening here. I'm interested to see what else is going to happen in your reading. But it feels to me that there's a overall message that it's time to go further. It's time to go deeper into your quest, into your path, into your truth, into a situation. I'm hearing harmonizing something. It's time to go deeper and stop looking at the surface of something. Yeah, because the sailboat is on the surface. And interestingly enough, Gemini's reading, don't get upset. I know you're not a Gemini, but we do have all signs somewhere in our birth chart. Our birth chart is made up of 12 houses. Each represents a sign. So we do have it, whether or not there are planets in a sign or not. For example, I don't have any planets in Aquarius, but Aquarius rules my 5th and a little bit of my 4th house. So I do resonate with Aquarius energy when it comes to the things that the 4th and 5th house rule. So where is Gemini for you in your chart? Because in their reading, they were way, way below the surface. And I feel like Spirit's almost asking you to meet yourself below the surface to gain some new information. Something could feel counterintuitive. You might expect something to go a certain way or someone to say something, kind of obvious, or feel like you have a good grasp on the situation, you know what to expect. But in all actuality, the truth is not that obvious. It's kind of counter to what you would expect. Interesting. Okay, so let's get the cards out for you, Aquarius, and see what's going on. Penguin, Peanut, and Persephone. What an odd combo. Okay, I'm going to put this here. Maybe we'll see some of those images. I don't know. First, let's pull out a spirit guide. Hold on, I'll just prop this up so I can have it here. Let's pull out a spirit guide, animal spirit guide for you to see what energies you're working with whenever you see this reading. Welcome back for those of you who have been here for a while, and welcome if you're new here. My name is Andy. Let's see your animal. We have a badger. Kind of has the colors of a penguin though. With determination and persistence, you can dig deep. Deep diver. You can dig deep to uncover your true potential. See? Dig deep. Deep diver. Okay, so Spirit's really wanting you to go deep into something. And I said to meet yourself. So maybe this is about bringing something up to the surface in regards to a talent you have. Like you've kept a talent inside or buried and you need to voice it. What's that called? Yeah, it's like the hawk is almost like a stunt double for the eagle. I also feel like you've been kind of behind the scenes with something, taking on a lot of responsibility, or even allowing something or helping someone, or just it's time for you to reveal yourself in some way. Now, this reading can be translated in many, many ways. I don't know what's going on exactly in everyone's life. It could be about any aspect of your life. But it feels to me that there's a group of you here who it's like someone's taking credit for something that you're doing. And that's fine. Let them do that, because what they're taking credit for is only surface level. It's only... They can't take credit for something that you have kept deep inside of you. And I feel like Spirit wants you to recognize that whatever, maybe somebody's imitating you, copying you, or I don't know, they're trying to take some of your energy in some way. It's only the surface of who you really are. There's something much deeper inside of you. I'm seeing the clocks now. There's something deeper in time inside of you that wants to be, I'm getting something like reconnected. There's a talent that you have, a skill, some wisdom, intuition, knowledge. Your true potential wants to be uncovered. Okay, some of you are playing a little safe with something too. Let's see the energy supporting you, Aquarius. The energy supporting Aquarius. Full moon. Ooh, we have one of those coming up as we always do. But I'm filming this actually on the new moon. So soon, 13 days perhaps, there's something coming forward for you. A culmination, a completion, putting the book on the shelf, finale, something final. And let's see the challenge for Aquarius. Ooh, we have protection and soulmate. What's this about now? Now, soulmate, I'm seeing growth with this beautiful spiral and courage. Your soulmate could be this animal coming in that I'm picking up on, or it could be a friend, family member, you know, somebody that you meet across space and time. Okay, maybe somewhere out on the internet I'm getting, but the soulmate could also be romantic in nature. There's a feeling here that somebody wants to protect a connection. And this is the challenge. Diving deep. Let me get a little bit further in on this protection and soulmate for Aquarius spirit. Counterintuitive. Page of Pentacles. I feel like if you're trying to protect a connection, okay, with somebody that you love or something that is super meaningful for you, and you're taking all these steps to ensure that it's protected, I almost feel like this is the counterintuitive part. It almost feels like you need to release something or just allow something to go the way it needs to go, and that itself will bring about the protection. This could even be a job that you feel is in your soul's alignment. Okay, and you're just worried you're going to lose it, or there's some anxiety here, like I'm not going to get rehired, or they're not going to publish my book, or I'm not going to book the next venue, or, you know, or love. It could be love, like they're not going to call me back, they're going to leave me. I don't know. A friend, they're betraying me. Whatever it is for you, it's like you need to release some of that, because it almost feels like worrying about it is a way for you to, worry, how do I say that? Whatever is going to happen regardless of whether we worry about it or not. So we might as well just put our energy to better use. And the better use, I'm just ringing this little bell to clear the energy. The better use for your energy is to dive deep into a task. So let me see, what is this task that you want Aquarius to dive deep into, Spirit? What is this? Oh, I'm getting a chill like on this side of my body, on my chest actually. I've never felt that before. The Knight of Wands. About what you're really passionate about, your passions. About where you want to be, where you want to go. Some of you need to start planning a trip somewhere. That's just for some of you. What else? The Hierophant. There's some time opening up for you, Aquarius. And I feel like this would be a really good time for you to learn more, to study more, to gain more knowledge about maybe yourself or something you're interested in, the world. It's like you have some kind of surface understanding maybe, or maybe you have a lot of understanding, but you need, like, I'm seeing like layers of skin here. Weird. It's kind of giving me a weird feeling, but whatever the, like, I don't know the names of the layers of skin, but whatever's like the bottom layer, okay, that's where you need to go. You've mastered the top layers, but you need to go further in. And some of you are learning something new, and Spirit really wants you to find your passion in whatever it is that you're doing. So maybe there's something that you're taking up that you're like, okay, yeah, this is interesting, but I'm not super passionate about it. You can be. You just have to find that thing that hooks you, that thing that gets you, that thing that lights you up inside. Okay, there's something here for you to discover. And your potential is linked with this passion that you have about something that you're going to learn. I also feel like some of you are going to be teaching others. Yeah, this is cool. I feel like putting the book on the shelf. I feel like you're ready for a big change in your life. Yeah, okay. I don't want to say too much more right this second. Let's see. Protection and soulmate, though. This could be preoccupying you, you know, your thoughts about your soulmate or what's going on with your twin flame, your twin blame, whatever it is for you, you know, or just the person that is on your mind, or maybe you're single and you're thinking about that. It's like, I feel like there's a preoccupation here, and it's taking you away from some, like, I'm trying to get the right words, but it's like some deep skill and talent you have that just wants to come out to the surface. You're the hawk. No, you might be seeing hawks. The penguin, right? The penguins mate for life. So this could be linked to your soulmate connection. Whatever is yours is always yours. Now, we can't force anything to happen. Another person will have to choose as well with their free will. But the link will always be there if it's meant for you. Okay? Let's see your energy, Aquarius. I'm using this beautiful deck called Astral Tarot in Space. It's made up of all these different artists and their artwork. It's like a collage, I guess. And I feel like there's a collaboration here for you too that you're already involved in, or you're going to be involved in. But this is where your talent needs to shine, the hawk, right? It's like, don't let the eagle steal your voice. Be confident in what it is that you have to offer. I'm hearing center stage. King of Cups. And we have this extra card called Barrier. Interesting. We also have names on here. Larry, Elmore, Carol, Phillips. Those could be names for you. So there's a barrier when it comes to this deep diving for you to find out like your emotional resonance with something. Do you actually emotionally resonate with something that you're doing? Where do you want to put your energy? What gets your clock ticking? Okay, because I feel like there's a number of projects maybe you've started in your life or ideas you've had of where you could go, and it's like you spent some time on it and then the clock broke and it's like, that's that. I'm going to move on to the next thing. And Spirit's like, just go deep within and find that one thing that really lights you up. I also feel like there's a little bit of fear you have of being vulnerable. Maybe this is even with yourself. There is something here you're trying to protect yourself from. What is that, Spirit? What is Aquarius trying to protect themselves from? Two of Wands. You're actually trying to protect yourself from being kind of at a crossroads. You're trying to protect yourself from really not knowing where to go next. That's interesting. So maybe in order to protect yourself from that, you have a really like set plan. but there's something counterintuitive, right? It's like getting lost a little bit, diving deep and getting lost in the ocean of you, in your emotions, and in what it is that you feel about who you are and what you're doing will actually allow you to resurface with this newfound love for yourself and for life and for your path. I feel like you need to experiment a little bit. You need to do something a bit different than you usually do. Take a chance on something and allow yourself to be a little bit vulnerable, maybe even emotionally, because you're really guarding yourself, you're protecting yourself. And that can be good at times, but I feel like you're almost walling yourself off from your own emotions, which I completely understand. I have a lot of air in my chart. And like I said, Aquarius rules my 5th house, which is about love and passion. And so you could, like I do sometimes, have a tendency to really intellectualize your emotions and to really think about what it is that you feel and think about what it is that you want to do, rather than just like feeling it without judging your feelings, without trying to make sense of your feelings. Because there's something here where Spirit just wants you to go with your heart, even if it seems counterintuitive. Okay, I'm not telling you don't trust your intuition. I'm just saying that to steer this sailboat, to sail off to wherever it is that you're trying to go, something needs to happen that's a little bit out of your comfort zone, that feels like, I don't know, is this really the right path? You have to kind of take a chance on that. Interesting. I'm seeing, I don't know much about sailboats. I don't know if this works, but this is kind of the image I'm getting. It's like above surface, you're pulling it in one direction, and under the surface, it's moving in the other direction. You know what I'm saying? So it's like something you're trying to do is actually possibly working against where your heart wants to go. Okay, let me get a card here to represent the energies outside of you, Aquarius. For Aquarius, I'm hearing starseed. Ace of Cups. It says teal new comb on it. Something about a teal aura. Ace of Cups. There is your cup after you dive deep and fill it up. Okay, there's a hummingbird here too, which I associate with Gemini energy. There's something about communication, bringing things together to create something new. There's that full moon again. Well, it looks like a new moon, but we'll take it as a full moon here. Tell me more about this Ace of Cups for the outside energy. Something being offered to you. A new door, I'm hearing. Two of Swords, a new door. This is such a beautiful card. I think it's probably my favorite in the deck. Well, I don't know. There's so many beautiful cards. Two of Swords. We have the light and the dark. I feel like the Ace of Cups is more on the dark side here. The dark meaning the unknown, the dark meaning the deep dive. So an opportunity is going to be presented to you in which you're going to have to make a choice to do something. And the Page of Pentacles is the student here, and it's also dark, the card. You're going to have to do something here that is a little bit unknown to you, a little bit unfamiliar to you. You're going to choose the more, it's not the more difficult path, but it's the more vulnerable path where you have to take a chance on yourself. Face of fear. Know that you can actually be seen for who you are, and you have something to offer. This talent I keep picking up on. So tell me more about the darkness here for the path that Aquarius can find their talent. The Queen of Wands. Ooh, magic, intuition. Beautiful. We have this Panther here as well. I feel like there's something about your feminine energy, about magic, about connecting with the unseen realms that could really enhance whatever it is that you're wanting to do. What is it that you want to do, Aquarius? What is it that you're trying to do here? The Hermit. You're trying to ultimately, no matter what's going on in your life, you're trying to find your inner light, your inner wisdom, your inner truth. You're trying to find a real sense of who you are and your wisdom. Some of you are trying to learn more about your past lives. You know, you can feel that you hold a lot of knowledge, keys to the universe, the book on the shelf, maybe the Akashic records. You feel this inside of you. You feel like you're destined here for something pretty incredible. Oh, and I also got, there's a remarkable day coming up, a wishbone. But in order to, when you pull the wishbone, you have to pull something apart in order to get that wish, in order to have that remarkable day, in order to find the depths of who you are and your hidden talents. You have to pull something apart. And I can resonate with this because something was pulled apart in my life. And because of that pulling apart, I manifested what I really wanted for myself. But I didn't understand that the two were linked together until after the fact. And for some of you, what needs to be pulled apart is this worry or this fear or this overprotection you have around something that you feel is like yours or that you don't want to let go of, but you know that needs a distance. Okay? Something needs to come apart for you. And you got to take some big risk here, but it's exciting. The Empress, it's exciting. It leads to your abundance. So let me see what you don't see coming, Aquarius. This was kind of a gentle reading, I feel. Okay, let's see. 3 of Cups. People supporting you, people there for you, friendship. You're not alone. 3 of Swords. Lots of 3s here. Yeah, I feel like just because I shared just a little bit here with you, I feel like you're going to connect with others who have been through some of the same things you have. And that's really going to allow you to feel confident in what it is that you're producing and doing and the places you need to go within yourself in order to really show up as the beautiful you that you are. There's something about your deep dive into yourself, maybe into the places that still hurt, or maybe into your fears, or maybe to the things that you've told yourself are not possible for you, but there's still kind of burning desires in there. The deep dive into that is like your muse. Otherwise, it's like you're just on the surface treading water, really not going anywhere. You're the hawk, and the hawk dives deep to get what it wants. Have you ever seen a hawk get what it wants? It's pretty incredible. And Spirit's saying that's what you need to do too. Don't be scared of the free fall. It may feel counterintuitive to you, but you're going to come up with something amazing. Let's see, what are you going to come up with? What is Aquarius going to come up with? Oh, what now? Hold on a second. Can you guess what that was? The Devil? The Moon. Ooh, but it's coming out in reverse. The Devil, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Pentacles. I was going to say before, maybe you're doing some shadow work here, and for some of you, you are. And shadow work doesn't always have to be like, I'm going to see my therapist, I'm journaling about all my past wounds and how I feel and my emotional state. I mean, it can be that. But sometimes shadow work can just be exploring possibilities in your mind of who you want to be or what you want to happen or what you wished would have happened and how you feel about that. And, sometimes when we do that deep dive in our mind, we come across these emotions and we just put up a wall and we're like, no, actually, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to go there. I don't want to fantasize about that possibility because it's not possible or it hurts or whatever we come up across. So I have shame around that. And Spirit's saying, let that wall down and just explore it, just in your mind. It's okay. It's okay because you're going to discover something here about where you've been putting your energy. 6 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. And where you've been putting your energy is not the best use of it. Or it's not enough, perhaps. I don't know how to make that distinction, but I'm seeing someone like playing an instrument here, maybe playing a guitar, and it's like they're playing the same riff over and over, or they have a melody that they're very used to, and it's like just that's the track that they always go with. That's like the bass line. It's just what they do all the time because they're good at it and it's what, it works. But there's a masterpiece inside of you that your soul is just dying to play, but you feel like, I don't know if anyone will like that. I don't know if anyone will understand that. Maybe I'm not even capable of that complexity or of creating that music, but you are. But you are. You've been holding yourself back from putting something out and giving something to the universe, to the world that Spirit wants you to give out there. Devil in reverse. So when you dive deep, you find out like what you're really afraid of. And you know what? It's not that scary. It's not that scary. And that's good. You're facing some fear here. And you're shutting the devil down. Your doubts, your any lack mindset you have, or maybe it's somebody else telling you can't do something. You shut it down. Okay? Thank you for that. Now what does Aquarius come up with? The moon, maybe some magic, heightened intuition, the hangman, a new perspective, an enlightened perspective. The hangman is also a very unique energy. The hangman is often somebody or an energy that has a perspective that goes against the collective, or not against, but is different from the collective. The hangman is kind of Aquarian to me because it's new thought. Outside of the masses. It's a spark of a new idea. I know it's typically associated with Pisces, but I don't know. It feels pretty suited to you. Queen of Pentacles. And you're going to turn your new perspective, your new idea, your new understanding of something that you're doing or something you're working on into something solid and foundational for you. You're going to move out of the 4 of Pentacles and holding yourself back from something into a place where you can fully support yourself and you feel accomplished, safe, secure, valued. You have your perspective backing you up, and it's a hard-won perspective, knowledge even, with the Hierophant. Knight of Swords, there you are. There's the hawk's cry. Your voice. Knight of Swords, you're putting it out there. Knight of Cups, and saying, hey, Mr. Eagle Man, that's my voice that you're pretending to have. I'm going to show up now and show everybody that it's been me all along who holds the wisdom and the power. Knight of Cups, and here I come with my intuition. Here I come as the water bearer, giving new knowledge and creativity and life into the collective, into my life, into what I want to create. And I'm not scared to do it. This is beautiful, Aquarius. I love this for you. I'm going to pull out an oracle card, 3 of Pentacles, and other people will love this too, whatever it is that you're doing. I'm going to pull out an oracle card to close this message. I am going to do an extended. In the extended, we'll go a layer deeper into what came out here. I'm going to look more into the shadow of like what's the devil, and then also the soulmate situation, see what else we need to know here. But if you don't want to go to the extended, or you can't for whatever reason, then just trust that you got the message you needed. But if you do, the link is in the description box below. So let's see, closing message for Aquarius, Spirit. Thank you for being here, and thank you for allowing me to read for your energy. Your energy is so chill, so chill. Gemini was like, oh man, it's a little bit of a, we got into a little bit of a tussle trying to pry open some energy. But you're smooth. You're calm, cool, collected, and smooth. You're ready to deep dive. Whale song. I'm laughing because this was the whole theme of Gemini's reading yesterday. The whole theme was about the whale, and this was the last card they got too. I'm telling you, Gemini has something to tell you. Even if you don't resonate with Gemini, I feel like for a lot of you, if you've been here this far and you're like, this is on point for me, Andy, then check that out. And that might offer you another perspective. Maybe it's your shadow side, or maybe it's somebody else that you know. They don't have to be a Gemini. It's just coming through in that energy, because these readings are connected for sure in some way. Okay, number 61. You're deep diving with the whale. Persephone. That's also where Persephone's coming in. A deep dive into the symbolic underworld, which is just all the inner hidden places within you where your potential and your gold and your magic are kind of kept secret, maybe from yourself and also from others. You're going to bring that up to the surface. Okay? Don't worry about your soulmate connection at this time. Remember, worry doesn't change anything other than the frequency you put out into the world. What's the worst that's going to happen if you stop worrying? Remembering, harmonizing. Ooh, I heard that, harmonizing. Resonating. There are moments in life when you have a sense of deja vu, that you've witnessed and visited this place, these feelings, this person before, and you know that a new opportunity to dance has come round again. Yet there is a haunting quality to this, a melancholy, as life's mysterious fragility is also underlined. Like a whale song that pleads for its simple notes to be matched by another, you have a short time to capture this essence and let it resonate in a way that is potentially transformative. But only if you don't turn away. Sometimes you may forget the moments of your humanity, your truest desires, because you've become so earthbound and calculating. That's that air element of yours. Striving and doing. You're so overstimulated by the chase and what you're exposed to that you forget your heart. Exactly. Leo's opposite to you, and you share energy. For me, all the signs that are opposite to one another, they have a channel, a line of energy that flows through them and between them. And you can travel along that line. Like, you can access Leo energy like that. So don't forget that. And Leo's the heart. Now it's time to jump in the water and play, and be reminded of your creative self, your collaborative impulse to sing along, seeking harmony, beauty, purpose, and meaning. At this moment, this is your exact invitation. You will achieve more than the plans you set in motion if you use this opportunity to explore, be curious, and take a much-needed break from what your mind thinks it needs to accomplish. Your heart is calling. Answer it. All right, Aquarius, I'm excited for you. Whatever it is that your heart is calling to do, to create, to learn, to just be. Maybe your heart is calling to just chill and take a break from things. Whatever it is for you. When you allow your heart to manifest, when you listen to it, and you then speak from your heart, everything begins to fall in place for you. So please honor that voice, even if it seems a little counterintuitive to getting something done or moving in some kind of direction. Tap in, tune in. It's really beautiful, Aquarius. All right. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.